Hello everyone and welcome to our video, Using Sequence Analytics. Sequence Analytics helps you easily configure powerful visuals which let FlowTime users monitor process performance data and KPI. It's available from Sequence version 7.7 and higher. We're going to show you how to use Sequence Analytics using a support ticket process as an example. Support users and managers would like to easily access support data and KPI. Sequence Analytics enables you to quickly provide this data in easy-to-understand visual dashboards. Here we are in the administration environment. We'll open a support ticketing process to demonstrate how to use Sequence Analytics. On your right side, on the Workflow Space dashboard, you can see the Sequence Analytics module. Sequence Analytics enables users to create dashboards quickly and easily, even non-technical users. Let's create one now. First, I click on New Dashboard. I give the dashboard a name. Let's call it Quarterly Summary. The Dashboard Designer opens. Here, I will design my dashboard in 5 simple steps. The first step is to define the data view. Here I define which process data I'm interested in. So, as this is a support ticket process, usually from the case triage activity, I'll be interested in when the ticket was created, who was the customer who opened the ticket, the urgency, the ticket category, the license type, and then from the case summary, how long it took to solve the ticket, and what the support classification is. I will also define some metadata, for example, the workflow instanced ID, and this will help me count the results in the upcoming steps. After defining which data I'm interested in, I can define filters here. The filters allow me to remove data on the database level. For example, if I have a large amount of data and I'm interested only in the open instances or in a specific customer, I can filter it right here. So I click New Filter and I can add different conditions that are translated before the data is transferred to the client. For example, I only want to see customers whose name is OKN. Now I can define dimensions. Dimensions enable FlowTime users to slice the data from the published dashboard. As we are talking about a support process, we'll probably want to enable FlowTime users to slice the data by customer. Once we've picked the data that I'm interested in, I can define 2-dimension types: explicit, where a user enters a value, or lookup table. If I select lookup table, I can define a set of values, usually defined already in the process, on which to base my dimensions. It will probably be easier for the user to pick the customer from a combo box. Here, I can enter a caption which the user will see near the control. Now we will define KPI for the dashboard we are building. KPI are defined on numeric fields, and they give you an indication whether the numeric value is good, average, or poor, according to ranges. I'll add a new KPI, and we can add as many as we want. My numeric field is time to resolved, and I want to show end users if the average time to resolved is good or poor. So we'll call the KPI time to resolve. Here I select the data field that I'm interested in this case the time estimation field. I will now add ranges for the KPI. I'll add a green range, which I will call good. That will represent a support ticket which was solved very quickly, such as within 5 hours. Now we pick the average range, colored orange, and define that as an average ticket time from 5 to 11 hours. And the last range is slow, which are tickets that took too long a time to resolve, from 11 to 50 hours. Once done, we have a KPI assigned. Now we are ready to define our visuals. We open the Visuals tab here. There are 3 types of visuals: chart, list, and gauge. I will start with a chart. Inside the chart are types, and for each type there are subtypes, so you can find what you need to display. Let's start with the column, and we'll build a ticket per customer chart. So what I'm interested in is the customer field. The list you see here in the combo and through the dimensions and data filter is what you defined in the data view. So I select the category customer. I want it unformatted, and what I want to count is the workflow ID, how many cases were opened per customer. I will show the data labels. I can then select round or square, which is the visual subtype, and the chart is complete. Now let's create a chart that displays severity. I will select a shape, call it tickets per severity. So what I'm interested in is the urgency, unformatted again, counting the workflow instance. I will show the data labels, and here I will select to show a legend in the top center. I will select the conical subtype, and the chart is complete. Let's define a couple more. For example, tickets per module. Here I select the category, the workflow instance count, showing data labels, selecting the shape, which is pi, and then I'm done. Let's create our last one, which will be tickets per month, which will be a line. Here I pick the month, created time, and I format it to be month and year, and again count it and show the data labels. Let's see how a gauge is added. Here we add a gauge. It will be time to resolve. I'll take the time estimation here, which calculates the average. I can attach a KPI to it over here, which is time to resolve, and I can pick the chart that is relevant to me. The last visual I'll create is a list. A list shows data as a list, for example, a list of tickets. What I'm interested in is the customer, for example, and when the ticket was created. I pick the date format, and I can also take the time estimation for each ticket to resolve. I can set it as a whole number, a decimal, or a percentage, and attach a KPI to it. Once I have all my visuals set, I click Publish. In the Publish window, I define the dashboard name, for example, Quarterly Summary. I can decide whether to overwrite an existing dashboard with the same name or not. I pick one of the templates over here from a variety of templates. Let's pick this one for example. I select the visuals that will be displayed on the dashboard. I can define whether to display dimensions or not, and can decide where to place the dimensions. Once I click Publish, all the visuals are uploaded to the SSRS, and a corresponding page is opened in SharePoint FlowTime. Now I open my SharePoint FlowTime and navigate to all dashboards. We see here the quarterly summary I just created seconds ago. I open it and see all the visuals I created. Tickets per module, tickets per severity, time to resolve with all the KPIs, and the list with the KPIs. So everything is here and ready to go. The dashboard comes with out-of-the-box drill down capabilities. So if I'm interested in seeing which records generated this value, I can simply click it, and I get the list of records filtered by this customer. Here I can filter the data further, for example, seeing which tickets were updated before and after a certain date. I can also export the data to Excel. And within the familiar Excel file, I can create more charts, slice data in different ways, and make additional calculations. Let's take a look at some other dashboards I already prepared. Here is the Manager dashboard, which includes dimensions that I defined. You can see here the same graphs. If I want to display the information by the customer WTY, I click Filter, and all the charts below are sliced by this information. I see that WTY has only medium and low tickets. This is how the modules are distributed, and this is the average time to solution, which is 10 hours. In summary, we saw how Sequence Analytics makes it quick and easy to create visual dashboards for end users, which include KPI, gauges, charts, and lists. These dashboards will help your end users monitor their BPM solutions more efficiently, exposing bottlenecks and tracking performance levels. That's all for now. We hope you enjoy using Sequence Analytics.